Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be showing off some of Antimatter Games 3D prints. So here in front of us we have one of the Fortune Hunter dive suits. I don't remember the official name of it, but this is in the starter set if you are interested in any of those, with a very crookedly glued on backpack. That's beside the point. I painted this guy ages ago, probably around the time when Deep Wars first launched. So he's been around. He's an old paint job, but oldie but a goodie. I thought we would use him as a nice standard size indicator in case you don't know how big these figures are. They are more scaled towards 30 millimeter as opposed to the traditional 28. I'm knocking stuff over here. Put him up later. So the Primaris Marine and a Privateer press figure, you see a good size indication of what a typical human in dive gear is going to look like in Deep Wars. However, you can use these guys in Shadow Seas as well, which is the sister game. Much like Hordes accompanies War Machine, Deep Wars accompanies Shadow Sea as well for the Antimatter Games catalog of stuff. Shadow Sea being the more land-based one, whereas Deep Wars, as the name implies, is in the deep, the water, where it's dark and lots of nasty things float around. Anyway, so we'll get them out of the way. And I wanted to show off a couple of 3D prints that I had done for me. Now, these were done on a FDM printer, and normally you would probably want to do models like this on a resin printer. So these are two of the sharks that they had available in their previous one, and from a distance, they look great. It's when you get really up close that you can see the difference of what you would probably want done with a actual resin printer. You can see, I don't know, the styration is just really noticeable on the bottom here. On the top, not so much. And I mean, if I really wanted to sand it down, I think that would probably do a good job towards getting him all nice and straight down. I believe this is a pointer and a 7 gill. That's obviously a 7 gill because there's 7 gills there. And also, just for reference, grabbed one of the whaler sharks out of the Deep Wars starter set, if you're curious about the various sizes here. Our 7 gill friend again, you can see the styrations there from the print layers, but not too badly done. Again, I didn't print these. They were done by a friend as a favor. So, just wanted to give you... These were done at regular scale as well. They weren't enlarged or shrunk or anything like that. But then I also grabbed a couple of other larger models that I was curious about. I did get their Cyclops printed, and he is quite Harryhausen-like in his depiction, as all good Cyclopses should be. Cyclopsi, I don't know. So again, much like the other guys, you can see the styrations there from the print layers. Some parts came out really clean. And I mean, if you're going to be a real stickler for details, obviously you would want to do this in resin, but I didn't because my friend does not have a resin printer. So, yeah. Nice size to it, though. I can't even fit it on the screen completely. But then the real fun model was their big Ripper Claw. Was it a Ripper Claw? I don't remember the name of the official name, but their big T-Rex. And again, this is just printed on a cheaper FDM printer. Obviously, your results would be a lot nicer with good clear supports in there and a resin printing job as well. Up close, you can see all those little degradations and, you know, pieces that need to get touched up. But again, this is at their 100% print size. Nothing has been changed or altered. So it's a good sized theropod there. And just to give you a good size reference, we have a Troglodyte. Troglodyte. No. And you can see they're pretty similar in size, other than the sail blocking that. And he does have his custom base there. One of the interesting things, and the things that I've always appreciated about the antimatter stuff, is a lot of times they have these base toppers that are actually going to sit on top of a regular base. So like this guy should probably be sitting on a 40. Our whaler shark here is going to be on a 30. And then I'm pretty sure this big dude is supposed to be on a 50. And I don't remember what kind of shark that is, sadly. I'll have to double check. Also of interest, if you've never seen it, like I know they have the STL files available for their Elder Sea Dragons. This is the resin one, though. Obviously, I need to do some cleaning, but again, just to give a good size comparison, if you are curious about these, you can put it on its face. It's about the same size, actually, as the submersibles that they make. Now, nice thing is he's actually got 2 contact points on that base. One right there, and one right here. So they are cleverly disguised. And if you do a good job of gluing him to the base, nobody will know. And he sits quite nicely on there. So again, that is the Elder Sea Dragon. And I still can't fit everybody on the screen. They're too tall. At the moment, they do have a Kickstarter campaign running as I am filming this for new printable scenery and monsters. So if you are curious or interested, I do recommend checking that out. And if you don't have access to a 3D printer, Antimatter's always been pretty good about offering up their own casting jobs and pointing people in the right direction for those as well. So if you're curious, do give it a look. I'll put a link down below, as well as to Antimatter Games website, and hopefully you will find something that you like. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.